Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday to you. It is Carla once again. I am so excited to have Princess with us this morning. I just want to give you a little precursor for anyone who hasn't had the opportunity to meet Princess virtually. When COVID first hit, I had the pleasure of creating a relationship with Princess Ronke, and we did a series called the Motherland series. You can view this series, which I encourage you to view this series if you haven't had the pleasure of listening to Princess Ronke educate us, which she will do again today. I encourage you to go to our page, our webpage at blackfashionworld.org / event gallery, I believe it is. I may be saying it wrong, but I'll put it into the chat a little later. And watch that series. It's a series of 3 sessions that we conducted with Princess. And she thoroughly educated us on what to wear when. We talked about cultural appropriation. We talked about all of the different fabrics. She even showed us a map of Africa that was incredible. And even if you did have a chance to listen to that series, I encourage you to go back just as a refresher to listen to that series, because as we're talking about our culture, these are things that we need to know. And you want to make sure that while we're in America, we're not representing our culture incorrectly. So do that. I'll put that into the chat a little while later. This session here, my sessions with Princess are always special and empowering. But this one, I'm not going to cry, I promise. This one is a little bit more touching for me, because I shared with Princess, I said I recently had my DNA testing performed, and I received the results, and I found out that my roots are actually in Nigeria. We all say our roots are there, but when you find out and when you're really able to make that connection, it does something a little bit more to you. So I shared that with Princess, and I want you to know she is a real life princess. So without further ado, it is my esteemed pleasure, my honor, to bring before you Princess Ronke. She is the founder of Africa Fashion Weeks of London and Nigeria, which she is live streaming from. I'll let everything speak for itself.
You're welcome to the Àdire Oodua Textile Hub in Ile-Ife under the chairmanship of His Imperial Majesty Ooni Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi Ojaja II. We have so many techniques that we use to revive the craftsmanship and the arts of Àdire. We're an NGO, a not-for-profit organization, so we train youth and women for free. We look forward to seeing you all at the Àdire Oodua Textile Hub.
Àdire is our African heritage.
Princess Ronke, welcome.
Hi, Carla.
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Okay, I want to tell everyone, Princess is joining us live from Africa. So be patient with us. This is incredible. It's an international stream. So if anything happens, we've been working this morning. We've had fun. Oh, that's coming clearer. She's actually going to take us out. We're going to have a conversation, and then she's going to take us out in a little while and actually show us the processes. But it's amazing. Look, y'all don't know what goes on behind the screens when we do these things. So you be patient with us, but she's coming in clear. So thank you, Heavenly Father, for that. But Princess, welcome.
Thank you so much, Carla. And it's an honor and a pleasure once again, working with you and, talking about our heritage fabrics. So thank you for the opportunity. I'm so grateful.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit. We have a video we're going to share, but tell us a little bit about the hub and talk about the opening so we can share this video with everyone.
Okay, so thank you once again. So the hub is a product of the Africa Fashion Weeks London and Nigeria, because what we do with the Fashion Weeks is we use the Fashion Weeks to promote African talent in the West. So we showcase our designers, on a global platform. And the hub, is like a product of the Africa Fashion Week London. It's a not-for-profit organization, and we train women and youth We use our heritage fabric to create wealth, and we train them about the different techniques of Àdire. We call it Àdire. It's a heritage fabric, an indigenous fabric from the Yoruba people, the southwest of Nigeria. And yes, so that's what we do here. We opened a year ago. So we opened as a COVID bounce back center, because after COVID, a lot of women were out of work. And in this area of Africa, Nigeria being the southwest, women are very, very instrumental, to the development of the family. So they're part of the growth of the family. They make sure that there's food on the table for their children. They make sure that children go to school. So we saw that there was a gap after COVID, because there were a lot of them couldn't do what they were doing. They couldn't go to the market. Everyone was at home for almost a year. So I spoke to His Majesty, who's our sole benefactor of the Àdire Oodua Textile Hub, about empowering women, but using our heritage fabric to do it. And he's been so amazing. He's an angel sent to us. He gifted us 6 acres of land. He gave us startup funds, to enable us, get resources to train the women, and the lovely fabrics that we have been, rolling out month after month are the handwork of the women that we've been working with, and the young people as well.
Oh my goodness. Let's show a little bit. I tell you, every time I see this, I just say, I have got to get to Africa. So we're going to show a little bit of this opening here.
Okay.
Èní tó jẹ́ ọjọ́ tá ń ṣe ìrántí ajé onírè ògúngúlùsọ̀ onísọ̀fòjì wáyọ̀rìn.
Princess.
Yes.
Tell us a little of what he is saying now.
Okay, so like I said, His Majesty is our sole benefactor at the hub. He sponsored over 100 women, in training. So what he was saying here is he was giving the hub his royal blessing. He was saying he prays that the hub will be a wealth creation project for both women and youth. So in general, he was just giving us his royal blessings.
Okay. Y'all have to forgive me. I have to go back and see the calls. I love, this is my favorite part. I've got to get to Africa.
Yes, we're waiting for you in Africa. And since your DNA has shown that you're Nigerian, so you're coming home.
Yes, don't make me cry. That just means so much. But Princess, I was sharing with everyone that, we don't just call you a princess. You are a real life princess. So share with our audience about your heritage and how you became a princess.
Okay, so the Yoruba race, which is one of the biggest tribes in Africa, it cuts across not just Nigeria, but southwest of Africa, to Brazil, to the United States, to the Caribbean, to Cuba, to Venezuela. So we have Yorubas in all of those areas. And the progenitor of the Yoruba race, who was Oodua, I'm from his direct lineage. So I'm from the lineage of Oodua. I'm a princess of Ile-Ife, a Yoruba princess.
Y'all.
No. I get embarrassed when you do that.
Well, you might as well get ready, because when I see you in person, I'm gonna get my curtsy. Is that the right? I'm gonna get my bow ready. I will work with Michael. He will tell me the correct protocols, and I will be bowing before you.
Fantastic.
Amazing. So you all have to understand who is sitting before us, and this is just fabulous. And I see Linda on there. Linda, I will tell you about Linda later, but
Okay.
Linda, she's calling you her Nigerian auntie because
Oh,
her
wow.
background. Yes, yes. So let's dig a little more into the hub, and I'm love what I'm seeing behind. It's just incredible experience this morning, and incredible day
Thank
to
you.
do it.
Thank
You
you.
talked about it, the training program. I want to talk about the training program a little bit more and the international student residency. So how does the training program work?
Okay, so we have a free training program because His Majesty made sure that anything we teach in the hub here must be for free. So we have teachers who we gather from different textile universities in Nigeria, so they come here for different sessions and then they come and teach the women, the different methodologies of the Àdire fabric, from the tie-dye to the knotting, to the batiking, to the stitching methods. So we have so many methods. We call it Àdire alabere, Àdire eleko, Àdire oniko, and Àdire Àdire. Oh no. We do have different methods. Trying to say it in Yoruba was a bit. But yes, but we do have different methods. I did well. So the Àdire alabere is the one where we use the stitching method to resist the dye. We have the Àdire eleko, and that is where we use the starch to resist the dye. We have the Àdire oniko, where we use the knotting method to resist the dye. And we have Àdire alabela, which is the very, very popular one, the batiking method, where we use wax to resist the dye. So the whole process of Àdire is, turning a plain fabric to a patterned dyed fabric, and then using a lot of methods to resist the dye. Yes.
And y'all are gonna teach me that when I come there. That's I'm gonna sit there and learn how to do this.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, we will teach you. And the residency that we have, so where we are located is in a beautiful resort. It's the resort of His Imperial Majesty, Ife Grand Resort. So we have accommodation. So when people come from abroad or they come from outside of the state, because we are in the southwest of Nigeria. Nigeria is very, very big with over 200 million people. So when people come from outside of the state, we have halls of residence, where we accommodate them and we teach them, we train them. Our training starts from 2 weeks and it lasts to even up to 3 months. We've had some people who have trained for over 3 months who want to learn the whole, the process, everything that goes into Àdire.
Wow, that is amazing. And you've already talked about the wealth creation opportunities. Would you like to share a little more about that, or?
Yes. So, like I said, training is free. So we train women and youth for free. And then after training them, we hire them as interns. So we hire them to work for us. So after doing their internship, then we give them the options of still working for us, or going to start up their own small medium enterprise, and then we give them startup grants courtesy of His Majesty again. So we enable them to become sustainable. So we're using our heritage fabric as a wealth creation project.
Nice. Okay. If that isn't a model for keeping wealth in our community, I don't know what is.
And aside from keeping wealth, it enables us to talk about our heritage fabric. Àdire is a fabric that has been used. It dates back to thousands of years ago, we had our ancient techniques, and over the years, the ancient techniques have, they've evolved into modern techniques, but still keeping, the heritage behind it, still enabling us to use the fabric as in a way that tells them different stories, enabling us to use our signs, our symbols, our motifs, and putting them on the fabric. And this has been, like I said, it's been something that's been done like thousands of years ago, and it's still relevant now. So it's a way of sustaining our heritage fabric.
I'm going to make sure I get that. I'm not going to do it right now, but what she was just sharing in the Motherland series that Princess and I did, she really dove and got in, bad grammar, but she really got in depth in that conversation and explaining those symbols and the rituals and the traditions behind it. So I really encourage you to watch that series. Speaking of that, talk about is it the Oodua festival and how that relates? And I have pictures when you're ready.
Okay.
To the fabric, to the hub.
Okay, so the Olojos festival is a festival that His Majesty celebrates once a year, and that's the only time he wears the sacred ancient crown. So the crown he wears is a crown that's hundreds of years old, and he wears it once a year during the Olojo festival. And during the last festival, we were able to work with women in the textile hub to create different costumes, for the different parades that happened during the Olojo festival. So we created this, we looked at the different themes and the colors they wanted to work with and how we were able to represent that in fabrics. And this is what we've done here, also referencing, our ancient ancestors, and then the colors as well that they used to wear then. So we were able to do that. And we called it the Orisha Parade because the Orishas in this side of the world are known as our saints. So that they're those that we revere them. And this is what we were able to do with the Textile Hub and the Olojo Festival last year. And this is one as you see it.
Is that a bride? Now I don't know. This is why we get educated, but you ask. But to the left of me, is that a bride and a groom, or
yes? That's Thor. So in Thor, the ancient god of thunder. So we have our own Thor in Africa, in the southwest of Nigeria, and we call him Shango. And this is Shango and his bride. And we were able to replicate that using the type of fabrics that they wore then, the look that they had then. And we did this at the hub as well. All these fabrics that you can see here were made at the Àdire Oodua hub with the women we work with. And that's another one as well. That's a hunter that we were able to bring back to life. So we used all these fabrics to interpret and, to honor our ancestors as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and these masks. We'll have to talk more on those later.
Yeah, we are going to do something about masks as well. Yes. And this here we did is Oshun. So this represents Oshun. Oshun was all about, sun, sunshine, and light, sun energy. So all this was done at the hub using our heritage fabrics.
And then tell me about this hat. Am I calling the appropriate thing on her head? It looks like a house.
Okay, it is a house, so it's the palace, and she's meant to be the mother of the palace. She was the first queen of the ancient Ife palace, and what we did here is we tried to bring her back using our heritage fabrics, but also using the colors, and then, showcasing her as the matriarch, the powerful woman who carries all the palace on top of her, making sure that things go right and well.
My Lord.
And these are, so this is Shango's wives, and these are her maidens,
Wait.
Dressed.
Wait, did you say wives or wife?
No, Shango's wife and her maiden.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I was listening correct. Okay. Oh, this is so pretty. How did they make the head coverings? These head coverings.
Oh, so the head coverings, we worked with a fabric called organza, and then we were able to, put a bit of elastic in it. And the textile designers we work with are really creative, and they came up with all these, beautiful designs, colors and images, so much. And we have students, because we have an affiliation with the university here as well, so we were able to work with them, textile and design students as well, to come up with all these creative designs. So it's another thing that the hub does is it tries to bring together the town, which is the city, the ancient city of Ife, and then the gown, which is the university. So it kind of brings together the town gown relationship.
And this Bentley, please tell us the untold story about this branded Bentley.
Okay, so that's the Bentley, and His Majesty, once again, our benefactor, gifted us with one of his Bentleys, and we were able to brand it. We turned it around and made it the first Àdire Bentley ever.
Look at this thing.
It's amazing. It's the first of its kind. I don't know if there's any other Àdire Bentley, but at least we set the pace.
Hey, that's what we as Africans do, right?
What we do.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So you have, well, wait, let me go. But yeah, somebody said, "Oh my God." Yes. You're saying what I said when I saw it. I said, "Oh."
Yes.
People can, if I understand correctly, people can buy the fabric. Is that correct?
Yes, people can buy the fabric. So we have a website, which is adireoodua.org.
Let me see if I can. Go ahead. You keep talking. I'm going to pull it up.
Okay, so we have a website, and people can go there and you can place your orders. And we work with DHL, so we ship to everywhere, different parts of the world. We have orders from the US, the UK, Canada, other African countries as well, and DHL goes everywhere.
I got the link to it. So everyone, I'm going to put this link in the chat. And while I am doing that, I'm also going to put the link in the chat so you can view the previous series that we talked about. So while I'm doing that, the hashtag I am king and your book, The Chronicle of Yoruba,
yes, Yoruba female kings. Yes.
Tell everyone about that project and how they can get it, the book.
Okay, so the book's on Amazon. It's called Unspoken, and it's Chronicle of Yoruba Female Kings. Okay, so how did I start? So I'm a cultural ambassador. So His Imperial Majesty made me a cultural ambassador to the legendary Queen Moremi, an Ifa queen who reigned about 800-900 years ago. And in the process of researching her history and doing some research on her, I came across some Yoruba. I actually came across one Yoruba female king. And then I started, doing my research further, and I found out that we had so many of them. But for some reason, they were not spoken about. They were not talked about. There was this notion that it wasn't right for a female to be a king in Yoruba land. That's modern, because we have had, women who have ruled as kings, who have established kingdoms, who have fought wars, in this part of Africa. So I thought it was just the right thing to do. I started writing the book in 2018, and I decided to round it up and finish it so I could publish it, during Women's History Month in March this year, which I did. And it's been a huge success. It's been an eye-opener, because even in this part of the world where we are, in Africa, here in Nigeria, in the Southwest, a lot of people in my generation didn't even know that we had female kings who did remarkable things, who were community builders, who contributed so much immensely to the development of their communities.
Yeah, we're going to have to, Princess and I were talking, we're going to have to host a session. Prayerfully, maybe it can be a live session. She's going to be, I think, doing a tour. We have to talk more about the book, and letting people know. Well, letting people know my culture. I'm in the lineup. I'm from Nigeria, so yeah, I'm still adapting.
Yeah, I think it's important, especially for the younger generation, and
Yes.
because it's election time in Nigeria now, it was it was a good thing to do, and because I think the theme for this year's United Nations Women's History Month was breaking the bias. And there's so much bias against women, ruling women, holding political positions. So, publishing the book at this time, was really the right thing to do.
Absolutely. I'm going to share with you one of y'all remember, y'all have that hashtag I am king. I'll put that in the chat. But I want to share with you one of the comments, Princess, that I saw oops, did I get the right one? Yeah, well, yes, that one too. But this is the one I wanted to share with you if you can see it. I have been making my designs in Àdire. It is so very authentic. I love it. I'm so happy to see this.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. And then Nigeria has female kings. Wow. Yes, yes. So, Princess, we are ready for our tour. So,
Okay.
Okay.
So before we start the tour, I'm going to show you 3 fabrics that we're going to be highlighting. So remember, I spoke about the wax resistant method, which is the batiking method. So this is one of the fabrics. I'm going to show you the process of this.
Okay.
Yes, this is the batiking method. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see. You know what? Let me put this down so everybody can see it like that. Let me let me see how I can I want to make it larger. What is going on right now? Let me remove myself. You show.
Okay. So this is the batiking method, and this fabric is called Àdire à la Bella, which is the batiking method, where you use wax to resist the dye. We also have remember I also spoke about the Àdire à la Bere, which is the needle work method, where we use a needle to resist the dye. So we stitch the fabric before processing it with dye. And then we also have the tying method, which is, I spoke about knotting, I spoke about tying, and this is one of those. So I'm going to take you through the process of these 3 today.
Amazing.
Okay, let's go.
All right, y'all, let's get ready for our tour.
Okay.
Taking us on a tour. I saw a little of this morning, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, look at this! I'm seeing a lot."
I'm taking you on the tour where we process the fabrics, which is outside because of health and safety. We always make sure we do it outside.
Okay.
Yes.
You take
because
your
we use
time
a lot
now.
of gas. We use a lot of gas. We use a lot of natural firewood. I'm just going to show you some of the designs that have been processed here. I hope you can all see them on the floor. Can you see them?
Oh my, get a little closer if you can.
Yes. So these are some.
Are they drying?
And if you can see them, they're drying. Yes. So we have to air dry them because of for the oxidation process. We have to air dry them, which is what we do here. Yes. So we have a mini factory. We have a mini factory here. I call it a mini factory. Okay, so now we're going back where everything takes place.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi,
oh my gosh.
Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, so remember I spoke about the knotting and the tying. So meet Goldie.
Hi, Goldie.
Hello. That's Goldie. Goldie started as a trainee and then became an intern. And then now she works with us as a full-time staff.
Okay.
I call her Goldie because of her gold hair.
Okay.
And then what Goldie is doing is, I hold on. I need to put the camera so you can see it well.
Yes, turn it a little more.
So, okay.
Turn a little
Mr.
more.
Richard is our director of learning, so he's going to take us through. Mr. Richard.
Okay, so wait. So let's
Can you
get
see
it. So Princess, turn it a little more
Yes.
because you can't see her hands all the way. Yes,
you
yes.
see?
This is good. This is good. Okay.
So we have a lot of patterns. Well, this one is using something like needlework to get a pattern or a design on a fabric. So we call it stitching method. And there's one that we use. We have this one that is called folding method. We create pattern on it and they wet it and they use hand to maybe follow the pattern on the fabric. And we have another method that is similar to this one that we call needlework. That one is something that you use needle. In Yoruba, we call it alabere. They have the pattern on it already. And after maybe creating that pattern on it, they now use needle to follow the pattern on that fabric. And after following the pattern on that fabric, they now draw that needle to resist dye from penetrating to the pattern on the fabric before they put it inside dye. So when the design come out, it's a very fine design when you come across it. Very beautiful design.
Okay, so I've shown you two so far, and then we're going to go to the batik, which is the wax resistant method. So I've shown you the folding, which is similar to the knotting. I've shown you the stitching, and I'm also now going to show you the waxing. So the waxing here is done by Mr. Kazim. Mr. Kazim, say hello.
Hello, ma.
Hello. Hello.
Say
Hello,
hello. Hello. Can you see Mr.
Hello, ma.
Kazim?
I can see the
So
fabric.
what Mr. Kazim is doing.
Oh wait.
No, okay. So Mr. Kazim has the wax is melted. So once we melt the wax, we dip a stencil. We use a stencil, not a pencil, a stencil.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Can you see the stencil?
I see his hand.
Okay. And
It's
then
a little blurry, but
the stencil
yes.
is used to design the fabric.
oh wow.
So he dips the stencil in the wax, and then he uses it to design the fabric.
Now is that wax
Can you
hot?
see that?
It has to be. How? What temperature is that?
No, it's hot, but there's a certain temperature. It's not too hot and it's not too cold.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes. So he's drawing it. Oh my gosh.
So that's what he does.
And he's doing this all by hand.
All by hand. All of our fabrics are authentically hand dyed. You know, it's all by hand. And he's been doing this for about, what, 20 years?
Yes.
He's been doing it for about 20 years.
Amazing.
And you see how he draws the lines?
Yes. Ah.
You see how he draws the lines?
I have got to get to
Without
Africa.
using a ruler or anything. See how he does it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. No, I wasn't even thinking. No ruler.
No ruler, no, and these are part of what we teach here.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So after waxing like this, I'm going to show you what happens after.
Okay.
Okay. So this is all where we do all the work. You can see all the dyes on the floor.
Yes.
Yes. You see the floor mats and everything. We have some dye pots as well. I don't know if you can see the dye pots.
And that's in the ground. And that pot is in the ground?
Those are the dye pots. Those are the
Princess, is that
we have to make sure it's in the ground for health and safety.
Wow. so they don't tip it over.
Can you see the dye pots?
I see the pot. Yes.
Yes.
So you actually
you're breaking out. Yeah, can
I
you see
can
the
hear
dye
you.
pot? And we also have some beautiful ostriches. We have some beautiful ostriches as well.
Oh, I can
Can
barely
you see
see
the
this.
ostriches?
I can't make them out, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm back here, and then we also I'm going to get someone to hold this so I can show you what we do here. So remember the fabric?
Yes.
Remember the wax fabric?
Yes.
This is what we do to it. We have to cook it. Can you see that?
Woo, that
And
water is hot.
that's the fabric. That's the
After
wax fabric that I told you about. We have to de-wax it in hot water.
wow.
Yes, we have to de-wax it in hot water, and then someone rinses it. Immediately we take it off the hot water. We have to rinse it. Can you see that?
Yes. So that's how it looks after it's rinsed. Well, after it's cooked and then rinsed. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay. So yes, so this is what we do here.
Oh my goodness.
This is what we do here every day.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, these are some more of the lovely fabrics, that need airing to dry. So
Oh.
it's an intensive process.
Yes.
It
Yes.
is. Well, they love it. They love doing it, They really love, they take so much pride in doing it.
Yes. I'm floored. Um, I'm just thinking I've got to get there and see this in person. I've got to
Yes.
buy a couple of pieces of these pieces of fabric to have here. So a lot of different emotions right now.
And
Yeah.
these are techniques that have been used by our ancestors, the techniques that date back to thousands of years ago. And it's so amazing that we're still using the same techniques. Yes, we've modernized them, but it's just so amazing to see that we've sustained, we've been able to sustain those techniques. We've been able to sustain our heritage fabric.
Yes. Um, I see that people in the chat are just as captivated as I am. If anyone in the last few moments has questions, go ahead and put them into the chat, because I know there's a delay on your side, and then there's a delay on us a little bit from Africa, but this is really unbelievably coming out well. I'm so proud. I'm so happy that it is.
Thank you.
Princess, this is an incredible undertaking. I thank you for sharing it with us. And yes, the process that we've been able to maintain all of these years.
Yeah.
This is a comment that came through. Mama Princess, thank you for showing this.
Thank you. And thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking time out to actually join in and watch it, because that means a lot to us as well, doesn't it, Carla?
Yes.
It really means a lot to us that people are actually watching and appreciating what we do here.
Absolutely. And my question for anyone in the chat, and then I do have a question that came through, but you hear me talking about going there. My question is there anyone who would be interested in going? If so, let me know, because I would love to coordinate something with Princess so that we can come there. I will again put the link for purchasing them. I put the link for the website in. You can go to that link and you can actually click on the area. I don't remember, but it's this store. If you have any problem finding it, let me know. I'll make sure you get to that. But you can purchase the fabric. Now, on this side, be aware that you will need to clear customs to get your fabric once it gets here. So that's something I suggest you check into before you do that. Maybe I'll do a class on that one day. But this is a question that came through as well. How are the fabrics not weakened with the temperature changes between hot and cold water?
Because we maintain a certain temperature. You know, we know what temperature the hot water has to be, and we know what temperature the cold water has to be. So once the cold water starts getting warm, then we know that we have to, you know, throw it away and get another, you know, get the, yes. So we teach all of that, the entire process.
So that means someone is having to check these temperatures throughout the day.
Oh yes, yes, and we don't. So we don't de-wax every day. We de-wax weekends. So Monday to Friday, we're teaching, we're processing the fabrics. You know, we're teaching. You know, we're having, because we have a lot of students. So we have students who come for excursions. You know, to look at the hub, to see what we do here. We do workshops as well. So we only do this over the weekend.
Got it. And remind me, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking while we're talking about this. The festival that we were talking about earlier, what month is that?
September. It's the third week in September. Yes.
Third week in September. All right.
Yes.
I'm thinking. I'm strategizing right now. You know, Fashion Week is always in September here, but it's always that first week of September. They started right after Labor Day. But who knows?
Yes.
Maybe next year for after Fashion Week, maybe we can come.
Who knows?
Yeah, and come to the festival and come
fantastic
do a history tour and see learn how to make the fabric for a little while.
That would be amazing.
Oh my gosh! If anybody wants to do that, y'all already know I'm gonna work on it.
That would be amazing, you know. And you know, a lot of designers who want to source for fabrics, we do a lot of custom fabrics for designers. We have designers who contact us, you know, from different parts of the world, wanting to do their own special fabric. And we also do that as well, because we have a great design team who works with us on that. Yes.
Okay. And they can contact you directly through the website for that question about their fabric, what you just talked about. See, my mind, I'm telling you, my mind is so emotional right now, so forgive me. But that's the appropriate method that they should use, going through the website to contact you.
Yes, going through the website, or they can send us a message through our Instagram page as well. We also have an Instagram, yes, the Àdire Oodua hub as well on Instagram.
I'm going to share this, everyone. This is the Instagram page. Be sure to follow them today.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow them today so you can stay up to date.
Follow us today.
Place. This is a comment. I know how you feel, Clea. She says, I am speechless. I feel a sense of pride to know that such beautiful fabrics and processes are from Africa.
Oh, thank you. That's so amazing. That's so sweet. Thank you.
Here's a question. Do any of the stores in so do any of the stores in this country carry the Àdire fabric design? Do you mean in the US? Well, we can answer that question both ways. Do any of the that you know of, Princess, I'm doubting it, do any stores in the US carry authentic Àdire fabric that you know of?
I don't know if they carry the authentic Àdire fabric. I know that we have a lot of prints, you know, fake printed ones from Asia, but I don't know if any of the stores carry the authentic hand-dyed ones.
I doubt it.
And we try to encourage people not to buy the prints, you know, to buy the authentic hand-dyed ones, because then if you buy a fabric from us, you're empowering, you know, someone who's making it here in Africa.
Yes.
Yes.
And everyone, I put the link in the chat about listening to the Motherland series that we shared, because I believe Princess touched on some of that during that. I know she touched on that during that conversation as well, about knowing the difference between the authentic and
And the fakes, yeah, the printed
the
ones,
face.
yeah. Fakes, yeah.
Exactly. Well, this is amazing. Princess, I want to thank you. If anybody else has a question, go ahead and throw it in. I'm going to wait a few seconds because it's not every day that we're able to live stream directly from Africa, and definitely not every day that we're able to do it with a real princess who knows. Um, yeah. Africa. Now, Africa Fashion Week, because she is founder of Africa Fashion Week of London and Nigeria. So this is where they're actually showing these authentic fabrics as well. When is each fashion week held?
Okay, so Africa Fashion Week Nigeria is on the 8th and 9th of September, and Africa Fashion Week London is on the 7th and 8th of October.
Oh, nice. So they're kind of back to back. Okay. Oh,
Yes.
so if
Yes,
we
they
come
are.
next year, we can come to Africa Fashion Week. We can come to the festival, stay for the festival.
Stay for the festival, yes.
We can do
Yes.
a cultural tour, and we can explore the hub. Okay.
The hub. Yes, definitely.
Look, this question came through. Princess, how big is your wardrobe?
Massive. It's massive.
Well, that was. Is that something? And I understand if you say no. Is that something you can show us when we come to?
Oh, yes, why not? I'll be happy to show it to you. Yes. And I'll be happy to do a few giveaways as well, because there's so many authentic fabrics. I've got so many, because we roll out fabrics every other week.
Did you say you would be happy to do some giveaways?
Oh, yes, I'll be happy. I'll be happy to do a few giveaways. Yes.
Oh, I'm going to cry. I would never expect you to say that. That just shows the humility in your heart.
Thank you.
I would never even ask you to give away a piece of your garments.
Why not? There's love in sharing. Yes,
Okay,
so
everybody,
definitely.
I have to go. I really have to go. I promised I wasn't going to cry, but let's jazz this up a little bit. So, Princess, when we come, will you show us how to wrap our head?
Oh, yes, I'll show you how to do the head wrap. We were going to do something on the head wraps as well, the different styles, that the different countries in Africa, because they're all different and they have different names. But that would be for another session as well.
We'll do it. No, we'll hold that till we come there with you.
Great.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Well, Princess,
thank you so much.
Thank you for this. You are so amazing. I'm going to make sure anyone, if you didn't see anything in the chat about how to connect with them, please let me know so I can make sure that you can. I'm going to show you that is the Instagram address. Be sure to follow them today so you can stay up to date. This is the message that came in. We applaud you, Princess Bronte.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
We love you. I'm going to.
I love you too. Thank you. And thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you for taking time out. Thank you. Love from Africa. Love from Nigeria. Love from Ile-Ife. Thank you very much.
Oh. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. I will talk to you all soon.